Good morning. Is Wednesday today? Yeah, I just got back from the Nashville Dance Classic competition last weekend. Sorry I haven't done a video log for a few days. It's just been a whirlwind of events, competition, activities, and whatnot. It's been super busy, tiring. And then also yesterday we drove a little bit over 8 hours back from Nashville, which obviously included that we drove 8 hours to Nashville on last Thursday. So, but the trip was amazing. I competed in the Pro-Am division in my age group as well as the Open division, and I did not win, but I am actually not very upset about it. But before I talked about that, I went to, on the way there, we stopped by a cafe, I believe in Seymour, or is it pronounced Seymour? My pronunciation might not be very good, in Indiana, and the cafe called Sunshine. If you're really hungry, then you can stop by. The food is not horrible, but obviously it's not something that you would say tastes good. But the price is awesome, because to get a French toast, I believe was about $5, $5 or $6, and yeah. So if you're looking for good food, don't stop by Sunshine Cafe. But if you are looking for just fill your tummy, I'm sorry, my face is so itchy right now, that it's okay place. It's okay place to stop by, because it's not too bad. Obviously you won't be grossed out by it. So I made myself some coffee. I'm kind of concerned because the heavy cream that I put in there kind of expired. Supposedly the 2nd of September, and I believe today it's either the 6th or the 7th, so several days passed. I don't know if I'm gonna get a diarrhea from this. So we stopped by there, and then not much, just a lot of snacks on the way. It's then when we got to the hotel, I kind of don't remember where we went to eat, but it was good. It was more relaxed because there wasn't any, our studio mates didn't arrive until the day after, so Thursday night was more of a relaxation night where we just kind of stay put. My dance partner did his not NFL fantasy football draft on Thursday night, which it was long because I was really hungry, so I waited for him for dinner, and it was super long. So I don't think I end up eating anything, because by the time he finished, it was probably past 11 o'clock. I actually never really listened to a draft before in my life, so it was quite interesting listening to somebody doing the fantasy football draft. It sounded like an actual football draft, but it's really for a game. I don't know if you guys play that, so it was a bit interesting. Then Friday morning, went to get our check-in to get our registration packet, and then our friends got there, so we met for oh, actually before that, I actually went for pancakes at Tupelo Honey, but they got rid of their pancake dish, so all they have was chicken and waffle, which that's what I ordered, chicken and waffle, and it was actually not too bad. I mean, I think their food is pretty good. Coffee is okay, not the most awesome coffee ever, but it's not bad. And they had a jam, I think some sort of blueberry jam for the waffle, so that was pretty good too. The chicken was very fresh, so I loved it. I probably have a picture there somewhere that I can show you guys. Then I got to watch the intermediate and advanced competition for a little bit. And a lot of times when you watch competitions for a higher level than you, not so much the professional shows, but more like just the people who are slightly above you, it's very inspiring, because then you feel like, well, one day I will be there, that I can dance at that level, and maybe we'll move up after that, right? So I think you just have to keep on improving and moving up and not be stagnant, and make that dancing will make you happy, and it actually makes me happy. So I'm very it was actually very inspiring for me to watch all those girls and gals and guys dancing in their division, because I can imagine myself one day being there, dancing very beautifully. So it was cool. And then it was dinner time. I don't know. I must have taken some pictures, so I will show it here. I had dinner. I think it was a barbecue place, possibly, but I don't remember. But anyways, so I did a little practice. Our coach didn't get there until pretty late, so basically our practice was at around 11 o'clock at night. We went over the routines for the morning, and this was a very, very big competition. So warm-up started at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and the competition lasted until past 1. So it was a lot of people. It was very big. Apparently they said the number of people registered for this competition, it's one of the largest, second to Worlds, which is next January, which is the final, where everybody's there, because it's the final competition. It's kind of like the nationals. They call it the Worlds, right? But it's just one of the biggest competitions. And you get a podium and everything, and if you win, you would get the privilege to call yourself a world champion. So it's kind of cool. The competition was very fierce. There was about open division. There were about, I believe, 15 girls, but 12 of them danced the full program. And in the crystal division, I believe there were 7. So it's actually less. In my division, I felt like was actually less than Chicago, because Chicago had also either 12 or 15 girls in the crystal division, and then I believe 7-ish in the open division. So it's kind of like a swap number, but it's actually the same number as Chicago. So there were a few girls. I got 2nd in crystal and 4th in the open. So the crystal one, I lost to a lady who is a little bit more senior than I am, and I don't know who she is. I haven't really watched her dance, but I was told that she's very polished. So obviously there's more stuff I need to work on to become more polished in my dancing. And in the open division, there were 3 girls, very young girls in the division that were ahead of me. And honestly, I think a lot, my coach or maybe other people might maybe a little bit afraid that I might be upset or sad or bummed out about losing the competitions this time. And honestly, I wasn't. I think partially is because I want to know what I need to work on and what I need to catch up, right? And in the words of my dance partner, it's kind of like for me to place 4th behind the 3 young girls who had 2. They're from 2 of the probably the biggest name coaches in the country dancing world. One of them is the current reigning champion, and the other one is a past champion. So losing to them, it's not a disgrace for me. It doesn't upset me. It just gives me the motivation to work harder, because I don't think there's anything that they're doing that I cannot do. Whatever the reason may be that I am not at their level, or maybe so for whatever reason that score lower than those girls. Perhaps there are things that I'm doing that the judges may not like, that I think is just more reason for me to work harder. And there was a saying, I remember Trump saying something before that says that we just have to win the election so big and so obvious that the other party can't cheat, or something like that, right? So if I apply it to this situation, it's just that I just have to work harder and to be that good and that obvious that the judges cannot ignore it and cannot rank me lower than them. So, and that's what I'm going to work on, right? Obviously, with what I have done in the past, I'm actually already graduated to the next level. So next year, no matter what, I will be able to compete in novice, and I'm very excited about that. However, my goal for the next 4 months is to work hard so I can do better at Worlds and hopefully win that competition, but if not, at least do better than what I have been doing, right? So, and partially to prepare for that is that my dance partner and I have solicited, or actually requested, assistance from a ballroom coach to coach us in waltz, which is one of the 2 required dances in country. Basically, if you can win waltz and 2-step, many times you will most likely be able to win the competition. Obviously, there's exceptions, right? But 2-step and waltz is one of the more important dances. And our current coach, he is not as well versed in the smooth category, so we're gonna get some outside help from a different coach, and then work on the other dances with our current coach. So I'm very excited about that, because we just need to work harder, right? There's so many things that we can improve on, and sometimes it will require more than one coach to get us to where I am, where we want to be, and that's okay. So yeah, and then Sunday was our couples competition, and I feel like we were fortunate to be able to win first in the couples division 4, even though there were a couple there that did not dance the full program, so it didn't qualify to rank in the overall ranking, that they actually got first in all of the 4 dances that they have danced. Obviously that means we got second, so we were ranked below them, and then we got first in the 2 dances that they didn't dance. So meaning we have a lot of work to do, and so we plan on working harder so we can actually do better, and hopefully win at Worlds as the couples, right? So yeah, there's so much stuff we should be doing that can make us better, and I'm prepared for it. I am prepared for that. Then after that, it was the day after, we went to Nashville. We didn't start out very early. Maybe after breakfast, we stayed at a hotel that's near downtown Nashville, and so we stopped by a pancake house that is called Extravaganza, and it's in Antioch, Tennessee, and I think it's probably a pretty good neighborhood. And that place was packed. There were so many people. You needed to order first before you were assigned a table. I think the layout is a bit weird, because to order there was a long line, so it took us maybe 15 minutes just to order, and then it took us another 45 minutes perhaps just to sit down, 45 minutes, and then we waited another 30 minutes for if the wait wasn't so long. I think the food we would would have thought the food was pretty good. The coffee actually was very good. I really enjoyed the coffee. It was very smooth. But the food themselves are not extremely delicious to be to worth the hour and a half wait. So we end up eating for maybe like less than 30 minutes, but the whole lunch took more than 2 hours because of the wait and the standing, and yeah, that was definitely not worth it. Maybe if you actually go back not on a Labor Day, perhaps it will be actually better, because don't go when there's holiday because it's not worth the wait. Yeah. The only cool thing about it is they have this thing called angel wings, and it's really just fried dough, but it was pretty good. I mean, I think they did it so then you can eat, because it's complimentary, so you can actually eat it while you're waiting, so it makes you less upset about the long wait, right? So yeah, and then we spent the rest of the day or night in downtown Nashville, and I did my first bar hopping ever. I have never gone out of many years of my life, and it was actually pretty enjoyable to be with my dance friends, my dance partner, and I really enjoyed it. And I found out that I don't have a lot of reaction toward frozen Jack and Coke, so I was able to drink that without my face turning red or getting too buzzed. So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad, because I don't plan on drinking a lot of alcohol in the future, but it was quite interesting that, you know, we found out that anything has vodka in it makes me a little bit more drowsy than normal, but apparently whiskey or bourbon and Coke does not do much to me. So it was kind of cool. So I was able to enjoy the night with my friends, and a lot of dancing, a lot of music. The music in Nashville is awesome. I mean, I think not only are the singers and the band, they're amazing, and the sound quality even at a bar was pretty good, you know, because I've been to enough bars where the sound quality is horrible, where your ears were just blasting, you know, feeling like you're being bombarded with all these like static and background noise that doesn't, so you don't enjoy the music because you can't really hear the singer or the music besides the static. So there, I loved it. The music was great. We went to, I think, 3 bars. The first one we went to was called Whiskey River Saloon, and we probably went to the same one the day before with our coach, but we went there again, and then we went to a bar that the band was playing. It's called Riviera something. The smaller bar in the first floor, and they did a pretty good job. And then another band swapped out, and we did more dancing. There was a table there with girls. They seemed very happy and having a great time. So it's really good to see people having a great time. And then I also stopped by Kid Rock, and we didn't really drink there. We just kind of dance a little to the music and just check out the place, the rooftop. So there's a lot of rooftop bars in Nashville, and it's very interesting. And it's kind of cool, kind of like on top of the world, seeing all the scenery. So all in all, I think the atmosphere and the environment is definitely something I've not experienced before, and it's quite enjoyable, especially if you are with the people that you enjoy company with. I think that is probably the most important part about you know, hanging out or going out to anywhere, is that if you're with people that you enjoy being with, it doesn't really matter where you are or where you go, right? So anyways, that was a great experience. We didn't get home until probably closer to 1 or 2 o'clock, so I didn't sleep until 3. And then the next day was, which is yesterday, and it was onward driving. So yeah, and looking forward, I'm gonna have a very busy week. So gotta push forward and make the best out of everything that I need to do. I have a interview with position that I was interviewing for, I was invited back for the second round of the interview, so I have that today and then Friday. And then to make up for lesson, we have lesson tonight at 9:30 or 9:50-ish, whatever it is. So it's going to be a really, really long day again. And then tomorrow, more lessons, maybe a little bit more relaxing tomorrow, and onward. So there's a lot of stuff we have to do, and I'm very excited about it, looking forward to all the challenges and opportunities that I will get to make my dancing better, and also the position that I'm applying for, and lots of stuff, right? So I think it's toward the end of the year, everything is coming together. Yeah, so I will perhaps have a little bit more thought about it later. I just want to kind of give a recap of what happened, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.